Alright, so welcome back, everyone. Last session, you all continued your journey through the Grey Wall Mountains, having tracked a marauding band of ogrekin to their hideout and then ambushing them, um, defeating several of them, allowing several of them to flee, um, them doing so after realizing how dramatically overmatched they were, and leaving one bound and blinded while you searched through their belongings. Found some rather interesting valuables, some paraphernalia that these smugglers had been moving, and items, gold, just the general fare that you would expect to find at the camp of a raiding party who's been quite busy. After doing so, you all finally did eventually make your way towards the cavern system that was marked on your map. This cavern system believed to be leading towards a place known as the Shining Valley, an eerie and manifest zone here in the Grey Wall Mountains. Your mission being to take a special sapphire to this location, place it in a place of power, allow it to charge, and in addition to that, map the area for future study. So, making your way through the caverns that would hopefully lead you to this valley, disaster struck multiple times. First, a massive cave-in sent one of you hurtling down the caverns, bludgeoned against the rocks, leaving a lifeless form at the end of this washaway. You all decided to rush to try and get him out, get his body at least, out of this cave system and through to the Shining Valley, although you all had underestimated just how long you had to run. And while you were running, several hours later, exhaustion setting in, you came across a very unfortunate den. A chamber that was the home to several oozes. As you all tried to make your way through, these creatures attacked, further slowing your escape and cutting one of you off in the process. That is where we pick up today. Several of you are fleeing through the eastern portion of this cavern, while one of you is cut off and surrounded on the opposite side of the cavern. So, go. We are picking up exactly where we left off. The initiative count is unchanged. This is the top of the round.
Help me, Obi-Wan Zero. You're my only hope.
Zero, you're first. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to attack that little one right there
Okay.
with longbow.
21 certainly hits that little creature.
All right, I'm going to use favored foe with it.
Okay.
Okay, and
Fantastic.
10.
Your arrow smashes into it, cutting through the topmost section of it, and all that's left kind of just sags down and turns into this little puddle of black ooze on the floor. It is down.
Hell yeah. Okay, and I'm just going to stay there.
Okay. Red.
Sorry. Okay. Seeing this giant fucking slime run up on me, I try attacking it, and it burns all of my skin.
That does.
It is covering me currently. So I am going to action disengage
Okay.
and cowardly retreat. 5, 10, 15.
Okay.
It's as far as I can get, dragging Yuji with me.
Oh, you're still dragging Yuji. Okay.
He's like on, yeah, he's like, okay, so his arms are like around my neck, and then his legs are around my chest, and they're tied together.
Okay.
So
Okay, yeah, that's like the forward cradle, right?
yeah,
Yep.
Why haven't we put him in the bag of holding?
I've been carrying him this whole time, and like I never stopped
Red
running. Since
really
we picked him up, I never stopped running.
Seemed like she needed like a whoopee of sorts.
The Yuji bear.
It's a
Yeah.
Yuji bear.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, also I should. He's on
Uchibera.
Yeah, he's on my back. I should know. He's not like wrapped around my chest. He's on my back.
Got it. So he's a backpack, a Yuji backpack.
Like
Yeah,
C-
he's a
like
backpack.
C-3PO.
His like legs all sticking up. It doesn't matter. He's dead already. Oh, poor Yuji. God damn it. Okay. All right. Okay.
If you disagree with this, Yuji, speak up. I hear nothing.
Yuji's not here today. So,
I know.
He's dead. Jesus.
so I'm gonna start by moving here. So I assume I get an attack of opportunity from the
That
big guy.
you do, and that attack of opportunity result is a 14 to hit.
It's
That is a
Bane.
miss.
Oh, it's Bane,
As
so
well.
it's a 10 to hit.
Well, it's a
But
default.
no, you
Up
roll
to
a
up to
D4.
up to a 10, so it still misses.
Right. That's 5, 10, 15. So the little guy gets attack of opportunity now.
That one is a 10 to hit.
So that also misses. And I'm going to dash. 1, 2.
Well, I don't think you can dash it. Oh yeah, you didn't disengage. You're right.
Risk the
Look at you.
opportunities.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Just speed is halved, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So by dashing, I got to move all of 30 feet total, which means they'll be able to catch up with me this time. And assuming I survive that, then another round of disengaging and another round of attack opportunities and more running. Yeah, that's it for me. That's
Oh.
all I can do.
That full
Oh,
health
no.
ooze.
Actually, I've got bonus action. There's no need to. Yeah, hexing him's not going to help because I'm not shooting at him anytime soon. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
This is such a terrifying image of Kay running and 2 massive fucking slimes chasing after you.
Mm-hmm. Ugh.
And I'm in my form of dread.
They know no fear. They know only eat.
I know,
All
but 10 hit points.
All right.
right, Dimitri.
Well, I'm going to gesture at Dax to shoot that one, and then I'm going to see how far away. I'm going to get right here and ready a cure wounds to high five K when K gets over here.
Okay.
Because I can't make it far enough. And then going to let my little guy do his thing with the one that's over there messing with red. 4th strike.
8 hits.
8. Woohoo!
Oozes are easy to hit.
Yeah, they are.
4. Oh, damage.
They're generally easy to get away from, too.
And
All right.
he's gonna head this way, and that will be the end of me.
Tinge. Tinge, if you are talking, you're muted. There you go.
I'm
Okay.
measuring.
Okay, cool.
Oh boy. All right, I'm going to summon my echo.
Echo.
Isn't it already here?
I think it got... Yeah.
Yeah, you already have your echo out.
It does appear that way.
Never mind then. I'll delete the other one.
Okay.
Roll 20 is giving me problems. Hold on.
Yeah, Roll20's been running slow all day. Just a heads up, everyone. I did forget to mention that. It's been throwing those disconnect errors at me pretty consistently throughout the day, so just heads up.
Just to be clear, the only thing that seems to be tearing them apart is the slashing damage, right?
Electric damage also caused them to split.
Oh, yes, that too.
Right. Piercing.
I
is
don't
the
remember
only-
that.
All right. Tinge will attack the larger Echo with his javelin.
Okay. And Tinge is doing this attack, right? Not his Echo, or is his Echo melee attacking with the javelin?
Melee attack through the Echo.
Got it. Roll20 still riding the struggle. There we go. 7
we go.
hits. The only thing that misses is the nat 1. Nice. 7 hits.
I'll do the thing that I can't remember the name, but use the Constitution to attack again.
Okay. Three hits for another 4. Good stuff.
I'm gonna leave him in place.
Yep.
And then I think I'm gonna stay put overall. I'm done.
Right. All right, Kay. Good luck. The two puddings slowly begin to trudge and pull their mass towards you.
It's the blob.
It is. Oh my god! I just saw. I don't know. I think I saw it in like a watch mojo or something where the blob came up. I'm like, I haven't seen that movie in years. Okay, Kay. Here it comes. It's a 14 to hit, and then with Bane, that is going to miss. The other one
That-
cannot.
That missed anyway, so.
Okay. All right. The one to the north is going to take a pseudopod swing at Tinge's Echo. That is a 24 to hit the Echo.
Oof, that
I
hits.
don't even think Bane will help there.
Mm-mm. All right. So, Tinge, your Echo can only take 1 hit point before it dissipates, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, seeing or sensing the disappearance of its initial target, it is going to roil around a bit and begin its trudge towards Red and Gucci.
No, get away! And she'll like kick a rock at it.
It rolls over the rock and you hear sizzling sounds. Alright. Can't attack. It only has 1 attack. That is both the puddings. 0, we are back to you.
I was gonna try to take out that small one, but it doesn't look like I can hit it now.
You'd be able to hit it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we never implemented any sort of rules where creatures block you from shooting at other creatures.
Okay.
It
All right.
gives
Yeah,
you-
I'll.
It just gives one of them half cover, I think you said.
That's what we were thinking about doing, but we never implemented it, so it's not in effect yet. We discussed it, never officially called it a ruling.
I will go after the small one then. And I'm gonna use favored foe again. And all right, hold on.
Okay.
Not yet. That's only if I hit. So hold on. Let me actually roll first.
It's a hit.
Well, you already.
Okay,
already had
favorite
the
foe.
ones, right? Is it that one?
Yeah, I get 2 uses, but no, it wasn't that one. It was
He killed the one he put it on.
Oh.
it was his twin or whatever. So
Go ahead and roll up your
yes,
damage. That does
10.
take down the little ooze.
Lose.
Okay.
The lose. The little ooze.
That's it. I don't have anything to do with the bonus. So
Okay. Get dicey. Red.
I don't like this. I don't think I'd survive a single hit from it, even with Bane. Damn it. Okay. I see the exit, like, right over here, right?
Correct. I'm about to draw it in for y'all.
Oh, okay.
Calling your name.
Yeah. But also Tinge is here, and he's, like, actually effective at doing stuff. Damn it.
There is your artfully crafted exit, everybody.
Excellent.
Oh wow, that's way okay. That's huge. Yeah.
These things can probably go through smaller spaces than we can anyway. So.
Yeah. Shit. I'm real sorry. Okay.
No, you're
Only
gonna
we
take
didn't
your
have-
time. By all means, take your time.
Only we didn't have exhausted people. We could actually outrun them.
Right? That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, they're normally so easy to just run away from. Exhausted people and carrying people.
The homunculus is theoretically capable of healing people, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take a step away from it.
Alright, here comes the attack. Result is an 11.
Yes. Oh my god.
37.
She's going to reach into her
37.
bag. She's gonna reach into her bag, pull out a thing of D4s, and is going to spread them on the ground behind her. So she pours caltrops onto the ground.
Okay.
So when it moves into the space directly, like right here,
Yeah.
when it moves into that space, because presumably it's dumb and will,
Yeah.
it has to make a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw or stop moving and take 1 piercing damage. Taking this damage reduces its movement by 10 feet.
Fantastic.
So, yeah. Doing fun stuff as a marshal. Wow.
It's like, can't
So
punch,
that's-
punch hurt.
Yeah. So it is there. There
Okay.
you go.
Alright. Okay. Can you maintain your luck as well? We shall see.
10, 15.
It's a 17 to hit.
With Bane?
With Bane, go and roll it.
oh,
But Bane will at least take 1 off, and that misses.
I do not believe there is a 0 on a D4.
So I'll keep on going. Dash.
Okay.
And that will put me here, and I high five Dimitri.
Whap!
Wow.
7 points of damage. No, I'm joking.
Just hucks him down the hole.
Ah! I don't know why it's saying I don't have any spell slots left. I have a spell slot left. I don't know why.
I've seen it do that. I've seen Roll20 do that before.
Yeah, Roll20 is not reliable with spell slots. If you think you had one left, we'll assume you did.
Yeah, I know I have 1 left because the only other thing I've done with it is cast a Cure Light Wounds on myself before.
All right.
I have 3 spell slots.
That's right. You're an artificer, so you don't have second level spells yet.
Oh no. Hey, you're a warlock. You don't have 2nd level spells yet.
Nope.
spell slot? Who needs them?
I'm not gonna have second level spells for a long time.
Who needs clerics?
You
when
Who
you
needs
have
clerics?
chose
This party
do.
apparently.
weird stuff.
Nah, we're like 90% alive.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's all I can do.
All right, you're officially outpacing it. The big one, the one with over 100 HP left. Jesus Christ.
Ooh, goodness.
Yeah, that's a beefy boy.
Googly mooglies.
Okay. Dimitri, back to you.
All right. Well, I'm not going to try and pull it towards me, just so you know, because it says you may choose to. But I'm
All
going
right.
to sword whip it
Okay. 12 hits for,
for
ooh,
one
whopping
whole
one
piercing. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to like power walk back over here, like I'm not like outpacing Faye, but I am kind of like, come on, okay, let's go. And then, don't worry, we got this, it's fine. I'm never gonna eat chocolate pudding again. And then, wow, he misses
Yeah,
with a 3.
and that is how to miss.
Wow.
Unfortunate.
And then homunculus is gonna be coming this way. And that will be it for me.
Okay, Tinge.
Echo out.
Echo out.
You put your echo up here. Then if it ignores the echo and moves towards you, you'll get an extra attack on it.
Reactions up. All right. Attack with the javelin through the echo.
Got it. $15 is a hit for 6 points. Good stuff. All right. It is looking rough. It is having a hard time maintaining its structural integrity, everybody. It is going down soon, but...
Unleash
how
incarnation for the 3rd time.
Okay. Soon is it going to be soon enough? Not,
Yes.
Not quite enough, unfortunately. Right. Anything else?
Action surge.
Action surge. There it is. All right. Fantastic. That is a hit.
4 piercing.
4 piercing. Fantastic. It begins to convulse, and after a few seconds of spasming, it also is reduced to a little puddle of black goo on the ground that falls back into the pit.
Hell yeah.
All right. I'll order the echo to move 30 feet. This way. And that is it.
Okay. All right, everybody. So, congratulations. You have officially outpaced these things. It's a little bit unnecessary to play out the next 10 to 15 rounds of running ahead, letting your ranged attackers pot shot it, and then running some more, while it endlessly chases you throughout these tunnels. But that is exactly what it does. It continues its pursuit relentlessly and mindlessly until finally, after who knows how long of dragging allies, trudging through, pulling people over rubble and rocks through these tunnels, you do eventually see either a javelin or a a longbow shot take that creature down after quite some time of traveling through these tunnels.
I think it's funnier to imagine it like a
Also
Scooby-Doo
got just
scene.
I'd
Like a
also got
Scooby-Doo
just
scene.
enough range. I'd also got just enough range as I'm be able to start like every other round, doing an Eldritch Blast with Repelling Blast,
Fantastic.
and
So
only missing on a natural one.
nice.
So
Pushing it even further and further away from you. Fantastic.
Yep.
So
I imagine it with like we actually stayed in the room the whole time, running in circles around the pit. And it kept following the closest person to us. So we just...
yeah, I would have been against that because I'd have been assuming that there's too much chance that another one would come up out of the pit.
Yes.
Oh
Mom.
god.
Instead, we were running through the hallways, and we kept going
into the unknown. Yes.
We kept splitting through different doorways that came out of other doorways, and then we would run into each other, and then I would put a hat on, and then turn around, and I'd think I was somewhere. Anyway,
Scooby-Doo? Huh?
I'm assuming I would not be able to go back and pick up my caltrops.
Once it's dead, I mean, do you have levels of exhaustion?
I totally do.
You totally do. So
Tinge could do it for you. He's only one level of exhausted.
Dimitri is currently not exhausted at all.
The homunculus could go collect them up for you.
Okay.
He gets distracted easily.
I'll put my best faith in him, and I'll give him my my brim and duster, so he can go pick them up.
You're just trying to offset some of your weight onto somebody else. I know what you're doing there.
No.
Okay, we will.
Oh, actually, I didn't consider that. Yuji would actually be weighing me down. So yeah, he would be in the bag.
Yeah.
I actually didn't consider that at all. He totally would have made me over my carry weight. I wouldn't have been able to take him. Unfortunate.
in the bag he goes.
In the bag.
If he happens to wake up, he'll be fine.
We have to hurry and get somewhere where we can get help for him. I realize I don't even know. Like, does he have family? Is there someone we need to tell? Does he have a?
He wasn't very
contingency?
open about
Is
his
he
life.
open to resurrection? Maybe if we can find House Jorasco and someone
He
can
never.
Check for a bracelet.
Did he?
I would say that he was, judging by his nature, he was hanging on to life with a tenacity beyond any of us. I would think he would wish to continue to do so.
What do you mean his nature?
Oh, he acted. Actually, his undead nature.
I pulled down his mask a little bit.
Oh,
ago.
jeez.
Oh my god, how long has he been dead for?
Wow.
Took a peek under the mask.
Exposing all his secrets.
It's the humidity, man.
We just need
The
to ask
rocks.
AJ,
Oh,
How do we know he didn't start looking like this 12 hours ago when he died?
I know. There's nothing I can do to preserve his body.
a gentle repose.
Nope,
No
that is so not a artificer thing.
It totally, like, you
I
have
know.
Revivify. I feel like that's like not that different.
All artificers get revivify or just
Yeah.
alchemists?
Nope, it's
All
all
do.
of them. It's like a
That's,
what's it?
That's
No, it's the defibrillator. It's a defibrillator.
yeah.
You're like
Okay,
running up,
fair enough.
rubbing your hands together, and electrocuting them.
I roll.
Okay, so can we find just like a corner or like any kind of dead end?
Can we tell from the map that we're close enough to make it out of here?
So, your map didn't give you any specific instructions. It just said that it would take about 3 days of travel and it's just all directional. It's like turn left here, turn left there, turn
So-
right there. At
So
the
3
fork that
days
looks
in
like
the
this.
caves?
3 days in the caves. This would
Okay.
be about. We'll say that you've made it about a day and a half because you went on for the first 24 hours and you just kept going. So
Right.
you're into your second day. So now,
I mean,
well,
Finch wants to look for a place to hold up because we need.
Yeah, that's what I wanted
rest.
the dead end for.
yeah.
so
We could
well
block off
into
one side of
your
the path.
well into your second day, you do eventually find a place like that. Day and a half or more since you've seen the sun, you do begin to notice tiny specks of crystals in the rocky walls around all of you. When you do find your place to break camp, when you do come across a suitably defensible spot, beginning to relax and lay about, you can see that these crystals twinkle with faint light. The map does indicate that this means that you are getting closer. They
Would
almost look like stars, the way that they twinkle and almost seem to move in the rocks.
I pull out
are
my
they-
mining pickaxe. Would I be able to take it out of the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't
yeah,
take
I pull out
much
my
effort.
mining pickaxe,
Any
and
way
then
to
break it out,
identify
examine it.
what they are?
Does anybody have anything akin to stone cutting or
Jewelers.
any
Yeah.
any jewelry experience, any sort of experience relevant to identifying minerals?
I like rocks.
Thank you, Tinge.
He's part rock.
Tinge. So
Oh my
as
God,
as you're
Lord.
taking, God, it's amazing. As you're taking a look around at all of this, you do see that while they're in the wall, they have characteristics very similar to diamonds. You're unable to make a nature check for me real quick. You can do so at advantage.
Because you like rocks.
I like rocks, exactly.
It's your rock
Nice.
affinity.
Okay, so with the 6, so
Tiny.
they are indistinguishable from diamonds while they're in the wall. Leading obviously some sort of fervor as you get the idea that you're surrounded by diamonds, but as soon as you remove them, they become as brittle and clear as glass.
Can I take a piece of the wall out so
Absolutely.
we can like have it? Okay, so it's still gonna look like diamonds, and then we can sell them like this. We can sell them while they still
Okay.
appear to be diamonds. so that they can
Do
take
you
them out.
have a pickaxe, any sort of fine work
I
tool
do.
that will allow you to do this?
I have a mining pickaxe.
There you go. Okay.
I'm very prepared.
Of course.
Where is it? It's somewhere.
It's like we were going to a mountain. You think I wouldn't bring a pickaxe?
Yeah.
Who
Oh
you
yeah, here it
talking
is.
to?
Mining pick, 10 pounds. I also have a sledgehammer. If that would be
That
relevant.
can't be light.
How much is the sledgehammer? Is also 10 pounds.
In the bag.
I'll take a couple sheets of fake faux diamonds.
Okay.
Fool's diamonds.
We will say that
That's what we'll call them.
we'll say
They're
that
fool's
okay, yeah, fool's diamonds. Okay, cool. You can go ahead and how many pounds do you take? We'll say that each pound of rock that you can dislodge will have each pound will have one crystal that looks like it might be valuable.
I can take 7 pounds of it.
We can put them in the bag.
Oh, that's fair. I also can't actually take 7. I can only take 6.
So take 10
Yeah.
and put one in the
See.
bag.
Now the question is, did the water make your clothes wet enough to add 6 pounds to you?
Do I actually wait? I feel like I would have something that could dry me out, but I don't know what it would be.
I'm just playing.
Uh,
You're good. I'm
I-
interested to
I-
see how you
Please
manage that
on
last
you.
6 pounds.
Yeah, I'll take my 10 fool's diamonds and just put them in the bag.
Okay.
Nice. So is this place is there a dead end in here? Like some kind of closed off area that I can
That
pull
depends.
up?
What kind of area would you all be looking for? These rocks are pretty much everywhere once you get to this portion of the mines. So any place that you stop would have these. So the question is, do you all stop at a place that has multiple areas of egress? Or do you only have one entrance? What are you doing?
Does this place have dim light in it from the crystals?
I'm basically saying that you can find multiple different types of cavern. What kind would you have looked for? Would you look for a place with only one entrance and light? Would you look for a place with multiple entrances and no light? What would you have been looking for?
I
Would
suspect
vote more
that.
entrance than light.
Yeah.
Same.
Because a lot of the things in here probably don't need to see, but we do.
Word. Okay, so yeah. The passage that you have found has one entrance and some dim illumination that seems to be coming from the crystals themselves.
All right. Would I? Yeah, I'll board it up with whatever I have, with the shelter thing at the end. Would I be able to, like, with some assistance, move some like boulders around to block it off a bit?
I don't know. Boulders in a cliff in a mountain in cave seems like a bit of a stretch. Yeah, you'll definitely be able to find some near the cave mouth, near the cavern entrance that you found. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then,
10 helps.
Yes, I was like, I need someone to help me.
Oh.
He sleeps.
Yes, and then I will use like just spare clothes from my disguise kit and some like sacks, burlap sacks that I have to cover up
Making
the
a
holes.
scare ooze?
No. No, I'm trying. I'm trying to cover up the cracks in the shelter we made, so that way ooze doesn't get in as easily, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I
like.
think people are going to be pretty sensitive to ooze presence.
Trauma.
You'll be jumping at oozes.
Yeah, putting like towels underneath the door wherever we go.
I think
I did that
given
for
enough
so long
time-
after seeing Arachnophobia.
Oh yeah. I think given enough time, I should be able to create a substance to break down puddings like that. But we'll have to get out of here first.
Mhm.
That's cool.
We can do rests and stuff, but Red is not going to take a rest. After finishing the fort they made, they will walk closer to the group and then fall face down and fall asleep.
All right, everybody.
His echo is going to be at the entrance, and then Tinge will be just inside the entrance, sitting, facing out.
Okay.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but you can take your long rest and still be on guard, yes?
Correct.
Awesome.
I will. Obviously, I'm gonna rest appropriately, but I will help do watches because I am not dying.
Yeah.
Because I'm not dying.
Yeah.
All right.
What's Tinger's
Low
passive
threshold.
perception? What's Tinger's passive perception?
12.
And because of our disadvantage on ability checks, that makes it a 7.
But I don't think all of us have disability. Do all of us have at least one level of exhaustion?
No.
I do. I have one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got 2.
Mhm. I know Dimitri doesn't, but I'm pretty sure he's the only one.
Technically,
Also-
Yuji doesn't have any levels of exhaustion.
No.
He's fine.
Yeah. He
Or-
actually
or-
does he get one when he
Or
wakes
he
up?
has, or he has 6.
It's just weekend at Bernie's.
Depending
him.
on how you look at it. Yeah. All right. Who wants to roll the fateful d20 for tonight?
I'll do it.
Yeep.
Indeed.
It's fine.
Tinge, can you make a perception check for me?
Who's doing the perception check?
Tinge.
Ninja? All right.
Would it not use passive?
He's actively on guard.
Indeed.
Double 13s.
Double
Yeah.
13s.
That's lucky.
Tinge, about 4 hours after your companions have all gone to rest and you take your vigil, looking out into the caverns, you hear something, a dragging sound.
Oh,
With your 13, it's difficult to determine how far away it is. It seems like it may be several dozen feet down the cavern that led to your hiding spot, that led to your space right here. What do you do, Tinge?
I come awake and push my echo out to its maximum distance from me. 30 feet.
Okay.
And wait. I don't alert the group yet.
Can you hear and see through your echo?
No.
No?
It's just a trap right now.
Does your echo emit light?
No.
I don't think so. It's a shadow.
Fantastic. So, Tinge, you hear that shuffling, like something large is being dragged across the rock. After a few moments, the sound begins to fade. And while your echo may have been able to see it, you have not. And after a few moments, the sound fades away.
I go back into my restful state.
The rest of the evening passes without event.
Whew.
You all can take a long rest and remove 1 level of exhaustion from yourselves.
Yeah.
When you wake, each of you one by one gets that strange feeling that that haunting melody is a little bit clearer than it was yesterday. But you can't be sure.
What was the haunting melody?
Something that's been kind of nagging at you since you entered the tunnels. Impossible to pinpoint. When you try to focus on it, it seems like you almost can't hear it anymore. But whenever your mind wanders or you wake up from a very much needed rest or anything like that, you can kind of hear this singing, almost like a chorus of voices. But if you try to focus on it, it becomes nondescript and difficult to track.
By the way, was the little metal guy, was he able to get my caltrops back?
yes, he was. Nothing rolled over either, so we can get all of them back. Or how many did you drop, and how big is the homunculus?
I
Homunculus
imagine
is
I
not
drop
very
like 20 d4s whenever I pull out a bag of caltrops.
And he is. I don't really say, but I guess he's probably like, I don't know.
We're talking like house cat or like German Shepherd?
Yeah, about house cat. He's got a
Okay.
strength of 4.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
I mean, I'm just twice his strength.
Just so that you know, I would have summoned my Drake companion before we took the long rest. I didn't want to interrupt.
Okay, yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Absolutely.
A bag of 20 caltrops weighs 1/10 of a pound.
Oh, yeah, he gets them all. For sure. For some reason, when I think caltrops, I think of like the big, like, softball-sized hunks of metal.
Yeah, you use on cavalry and stuff.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. That's what I get in my mind, but these seem more like
Jax.
jacks, thank you. I thought there was more
Yeah.
to that word, but is it just jacks?
Jacks.
Yeah, like from
Okay.
pickups. Yeah, from.
I just pictured a
would-
bag of Legos.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I just think it's funnier to imagine it as a bag of Legos or D4s.
Nice. Yeah, bag of D4s, hell yeah. Oh my god. Speaking of that, I freaking damn near gave myself a heart attack the other day when I was setting up my fishing tackle for this weekend. I opened up a new bag of hooks, and like I was counting, and I thought I lost one somewhere in my fucking house, and I'm like, no, I have pets! And then I realized that I had already opened that bag and had already strung one of my lines with it. So it was already on my line.
Tragedy averted.
Indeed.
And yes, that picture is actual D4 dice.
That's terrifying.
Made to be caltrops.
What? Wait.
They didn't require any sort of special design, though. That's the weird thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Ow.
Yeah, right? Like, that is actual, like, functional anti-personnel right there.
Yeah. What was that thing he did in Home Alone?
Christmas
on the
ornaments, Hot Wheels.
No, it was like when he made the guy get barefoot on the stairs and then put.
Oh, the nail! Oh, that's like one of the.
It was just a nail. Okay.
I cringe every
Home
time.
Alone gave
I never
me
think about
dramatically high expectations of what the human body is capable of handling.
Like the torch to the face.
Right, the blowtorch to the face, or grabbing a hold of that knob. I'm sorry, but your hand would be unusable from that day forward after that. Like,
All for petty burglary.
all for petty burglary. Oh my god, right?
Well, they did try killing him.
They did. Only after he like literally put them like through torture though, like literal torture.
Yeah.
It's one of those like, who's the real villain here? It's the parents. It's always the parents.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Watching Home Alone again gave me a lot of fun ideas for my artificer to do with
That
a
is
lot of out of combat stuff.
I should watch
Like,
those movies for trap inspiration in dungeons.
Lovely.
Because like the alchemist's fire that like shoots out at you when you touch my things, or like or just like throwing caltrops or ball bearings everywhere, just stupid shit.
All right, everybody. So, have you all taken your long rest and removed appropriate levels of exhaustion?
Yes, but I have
Indeed.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Dimitri, I've worked with artificers during the war, and we had damaged armor. They were able to use, I think they called it mending, and could fix damaged armor very quickly. My armor
That sounds amazing.
My armor has been degraded. I don't suppose you have that ability.
Well, I mean, what kind of artificer would I be without it? But I thought it was like almost anyone with magic can do it. I mean, I see you doing magic.
My magic is purely combat.
Oh, but
I was trained for the war.
well, it's been 5 years. We need to get you skills that are more useful to non-war. But sure, if you when you're taking your nap and you can strip down, and I will see what I can do.
Dimitri, with his smith's tools, should have been able to repair it. Or actually, no, I think he would need a fire for that. Never mind. I was gonna say he could do it over the long rest, but with the smith's tools, but never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, but he also needs to take a long rest. So
Yeah. Mending will do the job.
No.
Can you do the job? Wonderful. I don't know if
mean,
anybody else's armor got degraded or not.
I think
was mostly saying.
Red got most of the smacks out of that, and she doesn't wear armor. Or do you, Red?
Yeah.
Red?
Nope.
Okay.
Armor, schmarmer.
Also, on that note, any ammunition that was fired at those things were obviously destroyed if they hit. Same goes for the javelins, unfortunately. If javelins were thrown at it and struck, they would be gone.
Ooh, I'm glad I didn't actually use my caltrops then.
Right? Oh yeah, that would have 100% destroyed those caltrops.
My javelins were poked. Melee.
Oh, either way, if it made contact with the news, it would be destroyed.
Actually, did you use your javelins, or was the spirit thing?
That
used
is a good
using
point.
javelins?
Yeah.
The spirit did all the attacking, so
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
but
you're
it's
fine.
still
Yeah.
it's technically still the weapon that the Echo Knight uses.
right. I don't know.
That's
It's
it.
a
That's
little
in the
weird.
that's in the FAQ. It's
Interesting.
kind of like your weapon, kind of almost like teleports through like temporal rift.
So we know you got at least 3 hits, right? So go ahead and roll a D. Go ahead.
I was about to say, then I have no javelins.
Go ahead and, we'll say you lost one of them. One of them is irreparably damaged. The other 2, with mending, can be repaired.
Mend for days.
Mend for days.
I also find the thought of an ooze suddenly stopping because it stepped on caltrops very funny, because it just like eats them, but it comes to a complete stop.
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
It was hungry.
Yes.
Correct, Silas. It would need to be mended if you lost points of AC during the combat. That does constitute permanent damage to your armor from the acid,
Okay.
unless it's fixed somehow, like with mending.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I didn't catch that. So, all right, yeah, I lost 1 during that battle.
All right. Well, while everyone's napping, Dimitri's gonna, conjure up a sewing machine and use some cantrips.
All right. Okay.
Thank you, Dimitri.
Tisking. Take better care of it.
It's just doing its job.
Did
I
Dimitri's
know.
armor take damage?
No, I never got hit by anything.
And I don't know if its magic would protect it or not, but 'cause it's arcane armor.
I didn't get hit by nothing.
No, I know. I was
and-
saying if you did.
Yeah, and I was able to avoid the exhaustion.
Mhm.
You're just special and everything.
Yeah, there you go. The mending. All right. Well, we need to find this thing.
Yeah.
I hate what's happened to Yuji, but it looks like he was actually suffering from something before he died.
He might have been like, what's the word?
Rotting?
Anorexic.
Now, does everyone understand why I don't drink water? You see what it did?
You see what it did?
But normally water doesn't. I mean, in my experience, water doesn't have that effect. Usually.
I think you're a witch.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Or a fire elemental. Maybe he was a fire elemental.
No, we saw his interaction with the fire elemental before. That didn't go well.
Oh, right. We established they don't have souls. Yuji probably did.
I think we just established that if
Yuji
they
had a
did have
soul.
souls, it would be really awful.
Mm-hmm. No. We established that Red did scientific studies and figured out that they don't.
Word.
Yeah.
Red with the big brain over there doing all the science.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm confident
Research.
that Yuji had a soul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so probably not a fire elemental.
While everyone's arguing over the divine sense of Yuji, Tinge wandered out past the barricade to go investigate the scraping sound from last night, who he still hasn't said anything to anyone about.
Got it. So you have to head in probably a good 80 or 90 feet past the entrance of your cave before you start to see anything. But go ahead and make an investigation or survival check. Okay. Something was definitely dragged through the area. Whether it was dragging itself or it was something dragging something else, you can't tell. But there's definite signs of the of the dirt and dust being pushed off to the sides like something big was dragged through.
Tinge will go back and give the group a rundown of scraping noises. Came through last night, didn't bug us, but something's here.
Oh dear. Like, was it large?
It did seem like it was like it displaced a lot of space around it.
How big is the cavern in this area?
I would say probably about 8 feet. 8 foot radius area is through most of it, unless stated otherwise. Big enough for giant folk to crouch through if they had to, but
Yes, it was big. Could I tell which direction it was going?
yes. Even with your 6, the direction was pretty easy to tell. It was going oh fuck words. Perpendicular. Like it cut across the cavern that you were going through. So say words are hard. I want to draw a picture. So say the cavern that you all were going was going that way, right? It would have dragged across a tunnel going that way. Right.
So not going in the same direction.
Not going in the same direction. Crossing your path.
It was going the second best way, in my opinion, of that it could go.
Best way in the opposite direction?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I know not everyone is fully rested at this point, but I think that we still need to do our best to.
Well, I won't be slowing us down. I won't be slowing us down anymore. I just won't be much help for finding things and noticing things.
Does anyone have the light spell, or are we relying on torches and lanterns?
Ooh,
I do not have the light spell, but I can
Do
create.
something similar. It's like
Yeah.
20 feet of.
Yes. I can give everyone like little cards that glow.
Nice.
They're business cards with just a picture of Dimitri's face smiling.
Yeah. I mean, totally.
Do we have anybody with dark vision?
I have dark vision.
Yeah, I got dark vision.
I've got blind sight. I'm not gonna fall in any holes.
No.
You got what? 10 feet of blind sight, or
10 feet, yeah.
Doesn't your dog or your Drake have like fire
Your
stuff?
dog.
Yeah.
Does that glow?
Let me check it out. Let me pull it up really quick.
Like it breathes fire?
He's a Charmander.
No, I don't think it breathes fire. Just a sec here. Oh,
yeah, it's not gonna.
I'll pull up its stat block.
Okay, I just remembered that it does extra damage, or you can like
yeah,
do
it's just
extra damage.
it's
stuff.
just basically immunity and damage on infused strike.
Yeah, since it can do, and since it could just be a poison dragon just as easily as a fire dragon, it wouldn't produce light. Since like fire is just one of its options. Also, I
Should
think you chose
produce-
acid.
poison.
I chose fire.
Oh, okay.
All right. Oh yeah, you can determine cosmetic characteristics, but no game statistics.
Yeah, our lanterns are fine. Like, they work.
Yeah.
Do we want the bullseye or the what's the other one? The hooded one, which is 30-30.
I think Hooded
30.
Lantern is sufficient.
Yeah, I'll go with 30-30 then. We have so 30 bright, 30 dim, and 60 bright for dark vision users. Am I the only one who has dark vision? Oh wow.
Yeah, you have
Other-
dark vision, and the Drake has dark vision.
I got
and-
dark.
Yeah, and Zero does too. There we go. Okay, never mind. Wow, dark vision's actually rare in a party.
Human type characters are much more common in Eberron.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a very appropriately themed party. I like it.
Yeah, we have
Everybody
one of-
fits very well into the setting.
Yeah, we have one of every kind of Eberron race, I think.
Oh no.
What?
Not even.
There's no
Well, like,
changeling.
I
No
meant a
changelings?
dragon mark. I meant oh, we don't have changelings. There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant we have.
That we
a
know
dragon
of.
mark. We have a
Right.
dragon mark, a gallet. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, but we
Zero's
don't have
hiding.
any. We don't have any bugbears or hobgoblins.
Well, no,
Those
I
are
meant, like,
very
Eberron.
common as player character races in Eberron.
I meant Eberron specific. So like changelings, Warforge,
Yeah.
Kalishtar, and
Yep.
the dragon marks.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah. As they, while we walk.
Yeah, we are officially back on the move again. Everybody, making
Yep,
your way
yeah.
through the tunnels once more.
Yeah. While we walk, Red is going to be, I guess, like taking like a wet washcloth and washing the dirt and bits of remaining acid all over themselves.
Right,
And,
the ooze.
yeah, just kind of like cleaning that off. And then they'll take out some like makeup and start like painting over it so it's not as noticeable.
Nice.
Are we moving at a standard pace or are we going cautious now?
I would want to go at least standard.
Yeah.
Actually, after the exhaustion and the fight we just had, I'm okay with cautious.
Yeah, I realize at this point
the-
that we're not going to get any faster saving help for Yuji, and us putting ourselves
Yeah.
at such great risk is not going to benefit him or any of us.
Does Zero have that that Pathfinder feature that lets us move stealthily at speed?
No.
Oh wait, well, this is not a city, so never mind. Do people? Is this a city? Do people
No, it is
live
not. No, they do not.
No.
If there were any like straight up drow here, maybe.
Dang. What if it's in the borders of the city? Then would it? No. Okay, I'm done.
We're about as far from being in a city as you can be.
Yeah. Unfortunate. It makes sense though. I would. Red would very much not be used to a situation like this. Is the.
Yeah, a few of you are pretty far
Never
out of
been-
your elements here.
Mhm. She's been to other cities, but she has never been outside of the city other than a couple airship rides.
Yeah, this feels more like the Mournland to me than it does any other place I've been.
Redwood continued discussing with Dimitri the idea of like working together to where she would throw like oil either at someone or at the ground on some like near someone, and then Dimitri could like shoot it up with lightning and burn them. If he was interested in the idea.
I'm open to whatever we need to do to. I'm open to being an adventurer, but I'm not a big fan of theory crafting faster ways to kill people.
I mean, would it kill someone? Depends.
You're right. You're right. It may not kill them. It may just leave them hideously scarred for life.
Okay. What if we did it to creatures like the oozes? Would you have minded?
Well, no.
Okay.
then we'll plan for monsters.
But we need to avoid oozes altogether because those are very not good.
That's fair. But if we do find other monsters, like zombies or something else, I'm assuming you would be on board with the idea of burning them alive or unalive, whatever they are.
Yeah, and then Dimitri kind of eyes towards the bag where Yuji is currently housed, and I'm not sure how I feel about that
No,
exactly at this point.
That's, well, he. Oh, okay. Honestly,
is-
if you.
It is just being very efficient and walking. He's not moving stealthily. We got a job to do.
Yep.
He's moving efficiently. Clang, clang, clang.
He's not stealthy at all.
Nice.
Dimitri is.
All right, everyone. So, let's get one more D20 roll down.
I'll roll this one.
Another 19. Okay.
Back.
Well, that is actually fortunate because rerolls are non-encounters. So, after several more hours of trudging through these caves, nearing the end of your third day of travel, there is no hint of sunlight anywhere. However, you can tell that the place is beginning to brighten strangely. Although all of your sense of time leads you to believe that it should be closer to nighttime, drawing in on maybe even the late evening, according to your internal clocks. You begin to notice that light is beginning to flow into these caverns. And again, although you can't see the sun,
Interesting.
your body is telling you that night is approaching, and as you round the corner, the glittering of the cave walls begins to brighten noticeably. Along with the brightening of the light comes a rising of intensity in that song that you've all been hearing. Now, if you try to focus on it, you find yourself able to capture the melody in your minds. It's alluring. It's beautiful. It's just beyond your
alluring.
senses. Very much so. Feels like warm water washing away the dirt and grime of this place, like a warm blanket wrapped around you in the winter. It's wonderful.
Maybe
Following the melody out of these tunnels, you do find yourselves in a lush and green valley. Despite knowing that it should be night, you see the valley itself is lit with a soft glow. Hills with small caves dot this landscape. And you see something moving off in the distance.
That's pretty.
Hundreds of small winged creatures sit upright, singing in this hauntingly beautiful chorus. A split second later, the valley is overrun with the sounds of hundreds and hundreds of wings as these creatures take to the sky, and a flight of harpies, hundreds strong, descend upon all of you.
Oh!
We're going to take our
thinking-
break, everybody. When we come back, we will deal with this.
Oh my god, I was just having I was like, not everything that has a nice voice is nice.
So we are back again. You all have just exited from that cave system, and as you approached the end and the light began to brighten, you found yourselves unable to resist continuing forward. The beauty and just pure joy of that song pulling you all forward. And when you all emerged from the cave, you saw hundreds of winged creatures emerging from smaller cave mouths, rising up out of stream beds. Essentially, just all eyes turning towards you all as you enter into this picturesque place. And as you all look out over this valley in awe, all of these creatures took to the sky, began flying towards you. The song coming from the creatures in the hills is possibly the most beautiful sound you've ever heard. It fills your ears and resonates deep within your spirits. And as it does so, I need each of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Awesome sauce.
I'll take 20.
Hold on to your inspirations, everyone.
Nope.
So, yeah, if one of you fail, then there's no point in any of you succeeding. It's one of those things. So, Red, Silas, and Dimitri, you freeze momentarily, and the desire to follow the song nearly overcomes you. Digging deep within yourself, some of you are able to overcome the sensation that this melody is calling you personally. You look around, however, and you notice that not everyone in the party was able to overcome this strong pull from this song. All the creatures turn towards all of you and begin diving down and swooping, and the song continues. It's a strange kind of contrast, the diving and shrieking of these creatures accompanied by the song. When finally one creature, one of these harpies, larger than the others, flies and lands directly in front of you all. She stands about 4 feet tall, a winged humanoid. She slowly strides towards you all, and unlike the others, this one has more regal features. Ebony wings like that of a raven, matching with her completely black eyes that every now and then flash with this strange bright white light. She peers at each of you squarely in the face before she asks, "Who are you, and how have you found this place?"
Are we able to talk?
You are. Those of you that did not fail the save have full
Oh.
full faculties. Those
Oh,
of you that
but
did fail the
you
save,
can't.
you are able to speak, but you are still struck by awe, and you find yourselves unable to move much. It's almost like your body's stuck in molasses. You find yourself slowed, unable to move properly, but your mind is mostly there. Those of you that did not succumb to it, have full faculties.
Red would have
dude.
the mind to say, she's hot. That's all.
Um,
Yeah, Dimitri's like, Dimitri.
I put
Points
my
at
hand
himself.
on Dimitri's shoulder and said, "Allow me."
Okay.
Sorry.
I will step forward and give a bow. Greetings. I am Kay. These are my companions. We have traveled far in search of the most beautiful place I've ever seen. I believe this is an Irian Manifest zone, is it not?
She nods briefly.
A place of pure peace. And we do come in peace.
She would say that this place is only a place of peace because we have kept it so. Make a persuasion check, please.
I like peace. Dimitri says.
Help action.
yeah, go ahead and have
My
advantage.
way of help action, yeah.
Okay.
13?
So, with the 13... One second. So with the 13, she kind of looks you all up and down, and she raises up a hand, and the flight begins to disperse and go throughout the rest of the go throughout the rest of the valley. Most of them returning to small holes in the mountainsides, returning to small gatherings along the banks of the rivers that flow through this place, the small streams. And left with her are two other harpies. One large, she looks almost like an owl, feathers bulging out of her, making her appear a lot larger than she likely is underneath all of that plumage. But nonetheless, she does make an imposing figure, towering for a harpy at about 6.5 feet tall.
Wow.
Another one is a considerably smaller creature, slight, more ravenish in appearance. This individual seems very lithe, but either one of these creatures kind of stays a few feet back from the one who addressed you. And the clear leader of this flight steps forward and she says, "You are the first ones to have ever found this place in the 20 years we've inhabited it. If you truly come in peace, then we have no qualms with you. You all look rather haggard."
We are.
It was a difficult journey, and not all of us made it. Is there healing to be had in this valley?
She nods, says, "Bring your fallen with me."
I will put my hand on my pack and try and pick my chin up off the floor. And very nice place you have here. No one else has been here before? How did you find it?
She kind of looks you over skeptically, and she says, "We'll get to that. My name is Mino. Who are all
Mino.
of you?"
Dimitri.
She nods and says, "I got that one."
Red.
At this point, as the rest of the flight disperses and goes throughout the rest of the place, you all begin to feel your minds returning to normal. Furthermore, as Mino walks you down the valley and you all provide your introductions, you put your names and begin with the small talk, you all do begin to feel your exhaustion fading. Anyone that still had a level of exhaustion is now gone.
Awesome.
So as she leads you down further into this valley, she tells you all that herself and her flight are all that remains of a flight of harpies known as the Haunting Song. History check from anybody that might have information or knowledge of Drome and its creation as a nation. If anybody thinks they might have knowledge of that, you can make a history check. Fantastic.
Dimitri is bookie. Dimitri likes books.
Okay, fantastic, cool.
Red
So
studies it.
when she said the Haunting
Oh.
Song, fantastic. So Red, you may have ran into a harpy or two that made their way to Sharn into the lower districts that claimed to be of a destroyed flight called the Haunting Song. The harpies that you interacted with would have, for all that they knew, their flight was destroyed, utterly and completely annihilated. Dimitri, you would know that that is likely because of an event that happened 20 years ago when Drome was founded. And you would it would be confirmed by what Mino is telling you right now. She says that herself and these members of the Haunting Song have been here since the Daughters of Sorakel took control of Drome 2 decades ago. The books that you read, Dimitri, reported that this flight had been destroyed and that there was no survivors.
But you'll forgive me, but nobody knows that you're here. They all think
Mm.
you're dead.
Mino would say that her and her flight, what remains, has taken great efforts to make sure it remains that way, even going so far as to allow those that escaped to believe that they had been destroyed. She would tell you all that the haunting song refused to follow the hags, the daughters of Sorakel, when they created Drome, and were attacked by two other flights, the Carrion Callers and the Storm Singers. Those two flights combined their forces to wipe out Minos, while a flight of harpies can be hundreds of members strong, sometimes as many as 400 to 500 harpies in a flight. All that remains now is this sparse 50 to 60 that you all see in this valley.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Drome, but the daughters, I don't think they're good.
Mino just kind of shakes her head. No, they are not.
But I think it's good that people are trying to find their way. That makes sense?
Yeah,
No,
Mino
people-
would nod and say that her people disagreed with the direction that the daughters were taking Drome from the beginning, which is why they were set upon. It's based on their existence alone, it's safe to say that not all of the creatures of Drome are complacent with what's happening there.
So, trying to figure out how Kay would respond to this, because Kay has a little bit of the political knowledge of Breland and Drome.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say, while Drome's neighbors in Breland, while they worry about the power of the daughters, they also marvel at the stability that they seem to have brought to the region. Throughout most of the war, as in the war, I'm not sure how much of that war touched this area and your flight, it being a mostly human thing. Breland had to deal with raids from trolls and ogres and other creatures out across the Grey Wall Mountains. Since the sisters took control, that's pretty much stopped.
She would nod and say that
I'm
control...
not saying that they... Yeah, go ahead.
She would say something along the lines of the fact that control was gained by the blood of those who would not follow.
That doesn't surprise me.
So, quick history for everybody on the Daughters of Sorakel. This particular module has a wonderful feature where it gives me little sidebars to read to everybody for lore and all that kind of stuff. So to get everybody caught up on the Daughters of Sorakel, the Daughters of Sorakel consist of 3 sister hags who have come together to form an extremely powerful coven for their own benefit, for their own mutual benefit. The voice of the 3 is a green hag known as Sora Katra. Sora Maena, an Anis hag, is the muscle of the group, leading Drome's monstrous forces in battle. Sora Teresa, arguably the greatest seer living on Eberron, is a dusk hag, whose visions have assisted the daughters in taking control of the monstrous races within Drome. The Coven has built an army, including many giants and trolls loyal to the sisters, and these creatures are ready to die for their queens. They've also established the Great Crag, the capital city of Drome. From there, the Daughters of Sorakel actively work with loyal warlords, mercenaries, and fanatics to stabilize the region. The Daughters of Sorakel even sought to have their own nation of Drome legitimized by the Thronehold Accords, but were denied.
Or rejected.
Yes, they were. None can say if their political maneuverings are the end goal, or if creating a nation of monsters is just a means to a darker end.
sounds so cool.
I know. it's really nice.
So
It is cool lore.
One of the Eberron novels is set in the crag.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
And
That's cool.
one of the things that it like gives a window into is how one of the things that they did to stabilize all these carnivorous races, and they basically raised trolls as a perpetual source of meat.
No, I knew it was going there. I'm like,
They
no.
would kill the trolls. They just harvest meat
Yeah,
off of
you
them and
lop
allow
off an
them
arm,
to
it grows
regenerate.
back. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I
Oh.
hate it.
I've
Okay.
always thought about that with like regenerating things. I was like, that would be very easy to do.
Yeah, unlimited food supply. You just hack off a troll's arm and wait a week.
Also, organ donors.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Back to our situation.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff. So, Mino would ask, you found this place. You've said that you came looking for it. Why?
For multiple reasons. One, Manifest Zone is a marvel to behold. A Manifest Zone of Syrian, even more so. But we do have a patron who is studying Manifest Zones and the power from the planes that they bring to Eberron. And he sent us here in hopes that we could allow a minor artifact to absorb some of the power that is here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
And-
basically it.
And also,
So 1 second, as
It's
you finish
zone.
requesting
Yeah.
the charging of the sapphire, you all would reach the bottom of the hill, and at that point, Mino would turn towards you and say that she has no concern for your bauble as long as she has your word that it won't do any harm to the valley.
we dealt with a similar artifact with a Furian Manifest Zone. And that Manifest Zone was just as blazing hot when we left as it was when we came there.
Yeah.
I
The only problem was that in pulling upon the energy from it, it seemed to upset the natives from there. Remember?
yeah, it was that.
I mean, I don't know if it would have the same effect here. Hopefully not. I would hate to make anyone who is native to such a wonderful place be upset.
So, hearing both of you, Mino would nod and say, "The denizens on the other side of the denizens of Irian who might take notice here are familiar with our presence and are decidedly indifferent to it. So, she doubts that'll be an issue. So, saying that, and with your assurances that it won't do any harm, she gestures towards a stream directly in front of her. It's shallow, only about 3 feet deep at its deepest point. Water runs gently across it. It's perfectly clear. There's little multicolored fish that swim through it. And she gestures down and says, "This stream is the focal point. It is the closest place to Irian in all of the valley. place your bauble here and lay your friend within the waters. If
Oh,
his
I will.
soul is willing, he will be able to find his way back to it, to his body.
Dimitri will totally sit down and pull out his bag and try and slowly like pry the sides open enough to disgorge him from it.
You just body comes all the harpies are like, ah.
And then we'll try to clean him up before putting him in the nice clean waters.
Okay.
While this is happening, can I take my water skin and kind of like get some of the water?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. Might do something later. Might not work.
I would just wash my face.
Anyone that comes into contact with the water, any status effects that are remaining on you are immediately vanished, are immediately gone.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has any left, but if you did,
Nope.
Just the status effect dirty.
So, Mino does tell you that the valley itself has healing effects, and no place of it is stronger than here. Yeah. She explains the healing properties to you, and essentially it's just accelerated rest, mechanically speaking. Spend a decent amount of time here, and all wounds are healed. Now, she does ask how long Yuji has been dead, and she doesn't seem necessarily pleased to hear that he's been dead for over 24 hours at this point.
Yeah.
But she says that given time, his spirit may find his way back here. And again, she mentions that it's all how willing he is to return. What do you all do with the sapphire once Yuji is laid in the pool?
The place that she indicated is the central portion. Dimitri will pull it out and set it, put on a little rock or something to put it where she's indicating is the right place to put it.
Where it can't wash away, but
Yeah, the water doesn't move fast enough to wash it away, so it's fine. So it immediately begins to exude a soft purple glow as it enters the water. Until it'll take some time for it to quote-unquote charge. But Mino does say that you all are welcome to stay for the time that is required to charge your bauble, but you must leave immediately after. And she does ask that you forget your way here when you leave.
I will gladly forget my way here.
Red will like pull a cloak over her back, as it has a map on how to get here.
Dimitri's gonna be looking very pensive, but going to sit and try and like take notes, observing the bauble, like what's happening with it, observations every so often. It like, does it glow? Does it pulsate? Does it, does it not do anything?
Go ahead and make an investigation check. Okay.
I will use my sessional.
All right. So with the 17, you can learn that it will take 24 hours from the moment that you put it into the water for it to charge, for it to be. You notice that by the way that the light is kind of pulsing within it, and how it seems to brighten at small intervals every few minutes. It's just a little bit brighter. With a 17, you are able to determine by the frequency and the intensity of those pulses exactly how long it'll take. It'll take roughly right around the 24-hour mark for it to charge fully.
Okay.
After we put UG in, you said he just kind of floated there. And didn't really
Yeah, he would
necessarily
sink
have-
down to the bottom and rest there. The water would flow over him. He actually looks better instantly. Like not like his face is all healed up, but his skin kind of begins to take on more of a natural color than the pale, deathly pallor it had before. All of the dirt almost immediately washes away from him. He looks peaceful in there.
Red will cannonball into the water. Yeah.
Red, as you do that, about half a dozen tiny harpies join immediately after you, laughing and playing.
Aw, that's sweet. Yeah, she will swim down to the bottom and kind of just like slap Yuji's face. Like, get
So
up.
the part that Yuji is only 3 feet deep, there's not exactly cannonballing into that unless you want to break a tail bone. Down the way a little bit, though, there is a much wider
She
pool.
would jump further and then swim over to him.
Okay.
She can jump quite far.
Alright.
Yeah. So she'd jump over there, then she'd swim over to him, and then just slap him under the water. Just like, get up, up. Taking too long.
I'm curious what Tinge is doing during all this.
Nothing. He is standing there looking around, and if he had a watch, he'd be looking at it.
Several of the harpy younglings kind of sneakily try to sneak up to Tinge.
So does it look like their flight is growing? Yeah, like they're the effects here aren't like, making them all sterile, or they can't, that their generation is the last generation or whatever.
There are a lot of baby harpies around.
Okay.
Boy, harpies.
And
Harpies
you know
or
that they've
harpers?
been. Mino has told you that they've been here for 20 years.
Right.
Mhm.
Mino, I assume she's still here.
Oh yeah, she's sticking with y'all.
You have been a very gracious host. Is there anything that we can do for you and your flight?
She shakes her head and says, "Just don't tell anyone that we're here." She wants you to keep this place a secret at all costs. She says that's all the repayment that they need for their hospitality.
Would it be okay to map the inside of this place?
So, Dimitri, when you say that, you can see her feathers kind of do that rustling thing where the part along her spine will kind of stand up a bit. And she turns towards you and she says, "Absolutely not. What the entire agreement was that you would leave this place without..."
Okay.
Yeah,
I
she would
just wanted to ask
adamantly...
because we were asked to do that, but I will not do that because that's what we're not supposed to do. Red, you should, whatever you were doing on your back, stop doing that.
So Red will... yeah,
Shake
Red
the
will...
edge of sketch.
Shake the edge of sketch.
She'll so she'll turn she'll turn back, lift up the back of her shirt, and then just kind of shake side to side, and it will disappear.
I'm picturing
then-
a dog like shaking and water flying all over.
Yeah, no, she is a dog.
Right. That's why I'm picturing it.
Yeah. And then she'll drop her shirt again and reform the entire map on her back. Like I imagine, like she did that for Dimitri's benefit and just moved the entire thing onto her chest when she was shaking it, and then moved it back immediately afterward. Because they were asked to map this place,
Okay, so...
even if the fat lady asked them not to.
Okay, so... All right. So your intention is to continue trying to map it mentally and having it translate onto your tattoos, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's on the part of my back where it would be obscured by my shirt.
Got it. So nobody sees you do this. I do need you to make an intelligence check. With
Great.
cartographer's tools if you are proficient.
Haha. That's great. That's really funny of you. Oh, that's not bad.
Okay.
That's pretty average math.
Please
think.
note that roll. Take a note of it somewhere. Be important later.
Okay. Nice.
For the record, Kay has already been working up the story that he's going to tell to our patron on how the map that we made got destroyed.
Okay.
I'll make a new one. That's fine.
Does anybody else intend to make a mental map of any kind while you're walking through this area? If you haven't noticed yet,
Dimitri
Mino is trusting to a fault. So
Yeah.
Dimitri gives like the 5-second thought of, oh well, I guess he's gonna be disappointed.
Kay is actually lawful good. One of the first lawful good characters I've ever played since like 2nd edition Paladin that had to be lawful good. He said he's not going to map this place. He's not going to map it. And even if we had a map, he's not going to give it to our patron.
Okay.
Red, when they, I guess, because we're gonna be waiting for like at least a day, so
Right.
they would know Dimitri's disposition. They're somewhat insightful, so they would guess Kay's disposition and choice on this. So they would approach Tinge and ask how he feels about the whole mapping thing.
Part of the contract. Just be discreet.
All right. Thank you. I needed someone to transcribe it after I'm done.
Somebody needs to help me. Tinge. Okay,
like,
so
she might know what she's doing, but she can't like write it off of her own back. So
okay.
How's Zero taking all of this?
Zero, what do you think?
Yeah. Just
I guess the question is, would you be trying to make a mental map of the place once you heard them talking about not making one?
I don't think you would.
Okay. That's what we need to know. So, Tinge, if your intention is to help Red later, I need the same intelligence check from you.
with help,
Cartographer's tools, if you have them.
Oh.
If not, then just hit the intelligence button on your character sheet.
Okay. But like, would I be able to? So we can't help.
Can't
Or
help
I
each
can't
other
help
right
by,
now.
like-
Unless
Just
you all want to try and be stealthy together.
Just the meta conversation. They already know they're here. We have directions.
Yes.
This is right, Tinge. This is for. Take note of that 20. Or write it down somewhere. This is for later when you all are trying to remember and create a map after the fact.
Yeah, I wrote it down on where the class resources are.
Tinge can translate
just
it. Got it.
Noted right there.
Okay. So this is all very much just happening, like a brief conversation happened, and now that is a preemptive role as you all move throughout the valley to map it and remember the locations and all this kind of stuff. Okay.
Mino, is it safe to wander about? This is a lovely place.
She says that there are a few places that are safer.
I'm trying to
Well,
think if there would be.
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but
anything-
I would like to take a stroll.
I just want to make sure that this little bauble thing doesn't do anything to hurt this place, so I'm not going to let it out of my sight. I'm just going to stay here.
It explodes.
Oh no, sorry!
That is
It's a nuke.
That is very Dimitri of you.
It was actually a nuke we were sent here to destroy this place.
Right. Oh no, that'd be so fucked.
Hinge is very interested in the rock formations.
Surprisingly enough, those little glass crystals that you found actually form full-blown formations out here. Again, whenever you come across one, it looks like an enormous diamond until you remove it from whatever it's attached to, in which point it becomes no more impressive than a shard of clear glass.
Does Mino have any wisdom to impart to us about these rock formations, crystal formations?
She would tell you all that it has something to do with how this particular place channels the Irian magic. She says that they were here when they arrived, and if any of them were wounded, spending some time close to one accelerates the healing processes of the place. So the Shining Valley naturally heals people. That effect is amplified when closer to these crystals. She doesn't know if the crystals formed from Irian, or if this place simply if the existence of the crystals allowed Irian to kind of permeate the place. She doesn't know which came first, the chicken or the egg, but she knows that they are interconnected.
Is
Um,
the
I will-
material that the bauble made out of similar material to the crystal?
Make a nature check.
I will be so good at this.
Or you know what? Let's let Tinge make an I like rocks check too.
I think I'll be better than his I like rocks check.
So that can be intelligence or wisdom, Tinge. Okay.
20.
20. Okay. So Dimitri, as you're kind of examining a piece of this crystal that's nearby, and then looking at the sapphire, you begin to see tiny little imperfections within the crystal that may have a purple tinge to them. With a 20, you are able to determine that if enough of this stuff were broken down and compressed, put under extreme pressure, the result would be a purple diamond that does very closely resemble a sapphire.
Huh. So, and you say that no one has been here that you know of?
In the 20 years that
So
her flight
this-
has been here.
This stone must be older than that.
Was this manifest zone here before y'all found it, or were y'all here when it formed?
She says that it was here when they found it. When her flight escaped, the sparse 50 or 60 of them that managed to escape, they fled into these hills and into these mountains and braved the same tunnels that you all did to get here. And when they emerged on the other side, they found they did not fly. They came through the mountain.
Interesting.
She said something. When you mentioned that, she says that once you fly high enough, you can't see the valley anymore.
So the various flying scouts of the sisters would not be able to see this unless they just were lucky enough to be flying low and went through the right set of peaks.
She says exactly.
You know,
Tinge will inquire about what trouble they may have run into while they were navigating through the tunnels.
She says just your regular things, goblins, oozes. She says that her people have encountered some sort of massive shambling creature, a mound, if you will, that moves through the tunnels, generally ignores unless it's confronted.
And none of these goblins or other entities have come out through the tunnels into this paradise.
She says most of them are handled by the other creatures that live within the mountain. The ones that are not are cut off by her people well before they reach the cave.
I suspect that there was something that this place called to you, that it found something that it was looking for in who you are. And I don't think that you would that I appreciate your concern about not wanting this place mapped, but maybe other people just couldn't find it. Anyone that would wish harm to it.
She says it's a nice thought, but one that they can't stake their lives on.
No, I'm not saying to. I think that the reason you found this place is because you were the right people to find this place. And I hope that maybe that thought helps you feel more comfortable about us being here.
Does Ten see any weapons on anyone?
Make a perception check. Okay, no visible weapons on anybody.
Do they
Just
have
their
claws?
vocal
They do,
cords.
right? Don't they have claws or something? Talons?
I would assume so.
Hmm. Red would have asked the big queen harpy lady.
Mino.
Mino? Oh yeah. Yeah, she would have asked Mino. Though she would have addressed her as big queen harpy lady. If she knew if the water had any effect after it had left the sanctuary, this place.
She says no, it does not appear to. Once it's gone a few feet into the tunnels, it loses its effect. Furthermore, the healing properties end just a few feet into the tunnels as well.
Got it. And that goes for everything here in this place?
As far as they can tell, yeah.
Damn. Okay. Do you know of any... Are there any structures here? Homes that once were inhabited?
No, nor is there any trace of there having been any.
That's either very ominous and terrifying, or very peaceful. I think what else we could like do.
I have heard of small wars being fought over possession of an Irian manifest zone before. This manifest zone is in a dangerous place.
She nods and agrees to the and kind of reemphasizes her wish for secrecy. She also kind of insinuates that if anybody does find this place, the haunting song knows exactly who to hold responsible.
Oh yeah. I mean, if anyone followed us, you would need to let us. I mean, we're from Sharn, the Clifftop Adventurers Guild.
Oh no.
Can't miss us.
You've never
Yeah,
been in an adventuring party with this type of character, have you?
I just... It's like, oh yeah, my home address is...
Let me jot down my SSN for you. No, it's fine. I'll write it down.
We're not gonna make a map. We didn't lead anyone here, so there's nothing for us to hide.
He literally told them our home address. Like, not even exactly.
Oh, here, take this self-addressed stamp envelope.
All of our
good.
last names and social security numbers are...
Yeah. Well, I know you've
love
been
him.
here for a long time, and obviously, you're lucky no one else has come here. I guess you want us to continue the message that you're not here and that your flight is dead. There's not family out there that you want us to try and pass a message along to, or anything?
She would say that most of her flight is here, and unfortunately, the ones that did escape, bringing them back into the fold would constitute too much of a risk.
He'll
You are
agree.
very. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. He'll agree.
Because you are very different than other harpies that I have heard about or seen.
She would thank you for the observation and say that yes, many of her kind are naturally violent, but that is why her flight found it so necessary to break away, and why they wouldn't be a part of Drone, and why they were subsequently annihilated.
So you were this way before you came here.
She nods.
It wasn't the manifest zone having an effect upon you.
She says that they broke away from the sisters on their own and were slaughtered because of it, and then found this place after the fact.
Have you, in these 20 years, noticed any changes? I
She
mean,
says no.
living and
In fact, there has been no changes to any of us. Not a single member of the flight has aged a day since they got here.
Oh.
even, but
How
your children?
children?
They stopped growing once they hit about 5 or 6.
Oh, so they still aged. Okay.
Perpetually children from that point on.
Is how?
Oh, wait.
They're still children. They're not. That's not like puberty for them.
Well, actually, I'm sorry.
Or is it?
I think that is adulthood for harpies because they only have like a 20-year lifespan.
Oh,
Check
jeez.
that out real quick.
So this is like the Star Trek movie.
Ah, yeah, Insurrection.
In the Briar Patch, Insurrection, yeah.
Insurrection's great.
Where everybody ages super slowly, except for the children who age normally until they reach puberty.
Right.
Like elves.
Yep. Harpy age maximum lifespan was up to 50 years, generally 25 to 30.
Mm-hmm. Does it say when adulthood is?
For the sake of our purposes, they stop aging once they hit adulthood.
Okay.
Whenever that may be.
So, in Tinge's wanderings, looking at rocks, does his blind sight pick up anything? No, invisible,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, hundreds of wraiths. No.
All
no.
hovering just out of sight.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think that would just be a solid no. There would be nothing hiding, nothing invisible, nothing out of sight. So, everyone, with that, you all go about your days wandering around, playing with the younglings,
Smelling the flowers.
peacefully wandering, admiring the flowers for the entirety of the day. Eventually, Mino does show you all to a nice place where you all can rest and recuperate. And, yeah, I don't
Dimitri will want to stay near where Yuji is because
Yeah.
if Yuji moves, he doesn't want Yuji to A, drown, And B, not have someone that he's familiar with be there with him.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Should we give him like a big straw so that way like he can breathe as soon as he wakes up? Like we
I
just
never saw him breathe to begin with.
what?
He-
He breathed. He was human.
He didn't eat.
He is human.
We didn't see him eat. That
He
doesn't mean
just
he.
like didn't like he was on a diet, I think he said. He was on one of those like he was like fasting for like a week or something.
Okay.
Right. So,
I mean,
in
he was
your
just
nice
helping
cozy
out the
spot,
group.
hanging out near Yuji, the rest of the night or day or whatever it is, the lighting conditions of this place don't change. You've been here for a good 10 hours at this point, maybe longer, and it is still looks like a perfectly bright, sunny summer day.
Can we see the sun?
No, you cannot.
Can we see the rings?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You are still on
underground.
Eberron.
We're underground actually.
I consider that a possibility.
I did too. When we first got here, I was like, maybe we should shoot the ceiling to see what's up.
Ting!
Yeah. But do me and Dimitri manage to construct a very long straw that reaches down to
It's the pool is only a couple feet deep, so yes, you do.
Okay, nice.
I guess the 3-foot straw is still a pretty fucking big straw, though.
I don't
Nice.
think that he'll know what to do. So we just need to take turns resting until.
Yeah.
But
Af-
Mina, how long? I mean, they say that he has a passion to stay here, but maybe that's only because he hasn't seen what else there is. Like how long? I don't want to impose on your hospitality for too long, but I also don't want to abandon him. How long should we wait?
So she would tell you that the longer the soul has been away from the body, the longer it takes to find its way back. She says that a day or more is not ideal, and that if he is going to find his way back, it will be before your bauble is charged.
Okay.
If it takes longer than that, his soul has journeyed too far.
Hinge will just lay down next to him. Say, I got it covered.
Like in the water.
In the water.
Nice.
We will find a very comfy spot and go to sleep.
Yeah, Dimitri is very touched by the fact that Tinge is doing that, and if he was not under the water right now, he would give him a hug. So he's gonna save that until after he comes back.
I
and he's
forgot
gonna,
Dimitri's a
you know,
hugger.
smile down at the kindness that he just showed Yuji, and is gonna find somewhere comfortable nearby.
After they'd constructed Yuji's straw, Red would have given Dimitri a high five and then went to bed. Face first, of course.
Plop.
Tinge has just reaffirmed Dimitri's faith in
Humanoid.
Warforged Anity. Yeah.
Oh.
Humanoid atomy. Whatever.
Yep.
Humanoidity.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. This is nice. Nice little picturesque valley.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just waiting for the fire bombs to be rained down from above.
Yep.
In a very high, picked out, permed man just yelling at us about burning trees.
Guy in the walking in the like big mechanical suit, killing all the natural creatures.
Would good berries be supercharged here?
So,
I feel like you'd get all the benefits of one anyway. From just
Tinge
I'm
being
sure,
there.
being-
I'm sure they would be less. They wouldn't be supercharged after we left. I'm sure, but
You cast it here, and now it's part of it.
Tinge, being under the water, your natural alertness is a little bit dulled. So, while you may have noticed this before the others, the circumstances mean that you have not. But all of you begin to be roused from your beautifully peaceful sleep by the sounds of shouts
Uh-oh.
and cries
Oh, no.
of terror.
Oh
And while the hopes that this may be some terrible nightmare begin to drift through your mind and you try to go back to sleep, suddenly a horn sounds. A deep, booming horn.
It sounds dusty.
It does sound dusty.
Because they've never used it.
It sounds dusty because the place that it comes from is a very dusty place.
Oh no.
Kay, you would certainly recognize this as a drone horn.
We put a tracking beacon in their water.
This horn awakens all of you from your sleep immediately, and looking about, the harpies are flying frantically, some towards tunnel openings while others go further into the valley. Mino lands with a crash in front of you, and she throws her hands out to either side, and dagger-like claws shoot out from all 5 of her fingers on each hand. She snarls, "What is this? We bring you into our home and you attack us? We've defended ourselves from the daughters of Sorakel once, and we will do it again." And she takes a step towards you all.
We didn't do this.
We came in peace. We have not attacked you. What attack is going on?
Mino's attention is ripped away from all of you by the sound of screaming harpies in the distance. She turns back towards you. "Fine. If this isn't you, then prove it. Help us defend this place." She turns and waves for you all to follow.
Gladly.
Yeah, Dimitri will touch his armor, then it will sort of snap onto him over 6 seconds, and then clink down the face mask and start determinedly walking that way.
I just
Somebody
realized.
grab Tinge.
I grabbed Tinge!
Is Dimitri's armor like one of those like snap bracelets? Like just like it lays down flat when he's not using it, and then he just drops onto it and it snaps onto his back.
It seems like it's made out of like a bunch of beads almost, and they part
that's
for
cool.
him to move in.
Do you all watch Love, Death, Robots?
Unfortunately, not.
It is on my short list to be watched.
The new season has a siren in it that is arguably one of the best monster designs I have ever seen. The way that you described your armor really reminds me of the way that her, I want to say armor, but it's not, is set up. I highly recommend it. It's the Conquistador new episode on Love, Death, Robots. It's really great. But
Cool.
I digress.
Yep.
As Mino runs off, taking to the air, waving you all to follow, you begin to see what's going on around the valley. Harpies are locked in combat in dozens of different spots as hyena-like humanoids pour out of the tunnels. Not just the tunnel that you all entered from, but all the different tunnels. Hundreds, possibly, at least dozens, begin to pour out, and the harpies engage in battle. Mino shrieks and points down as a troop of 5 gnolls begin to gallop towards you all. And with that, everybody, we are going to roll initiative.
Did you put Yuji in the water over there?
I did.
Where are the gnolls? Just out of curiosity.
I will drop them out of the GM later right now. They are directly in front of you coming down that little ramp you're on.
Okay.
Let me fix the lighting real quick. Dynamic lighting, daylight mode is on. Let's get that brightened up.
Oh, okay. It is very Feywildy colors.
Yeah, very shiny. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to mention, what'd you all think of that Shining Valley art? That was made in Midjourney.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was Midjourney.
Right. I mean, it set the scene so well. Excellent. I've got to start using Midjourney.
Oh,
for-
it's
for
great.
stuff.
I will be using
I've
it for
been-
all of my background art that I don't get directly from James RPG art now.
So for my Drakenheim campaign, so because I'm a patron of the Dungeon Dudes, I'm on their Discord server,
Nice.
and there's a channel just for people who are running that campaign.
Oh, nice.
And so we share maps, and there's like at least a dozen different people who all have Midjourney accounts, and they share art, and it's been amazing.
Nice. Awesome. So here's the prompt I used for that art. Everything after waterfalls, I just copy pasta whenever I'm doing scenery art now.
Cool.
It's surprisingly easy to do. Once you have once you have the good keywords locked in. Okay, here we go.
Wow, Dimitri is very motivated for this.
Everything actually fully loaded in for me. This is beautiful as well. Is this also?
No. This is
this couldn't be. No.
This is
Okay,
a DM's Guild product
Okay.
made for this adventure.
I recognize some of the textures.
Right? Holy shit! If Midjourney could make battle maps, like, I wonder if it could. I'm gonna try. I bet there's some keywords that could make that happen.
Square. Hex map.
Or it would be top-down 2D, right? Top-down 2-dimensional would be key terms.
Yep.
Yeah, I could make that happen. I've seen people do isometric settings before. Uh-oh. I know what I'm doing for the rest of the night tonight. Okay. All right. So, this troop of gnolls comes swarming out of one of the nearby cave entrances and rushes down towards you all. And here we go.
This guy looks different, yes?
Yes, there are a couple different types in here. I will describe what they are wearing and how they are armed momentarily. What the fuck?
But we completed a long rest, right?
Yes, you have.
Okay. Dimitri's armor is no longer the sort of dark padded one. It now has the little diamond in the center of the chest has migrated to his gauntlets.
Nice.
Nice.
Guardian armor.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so there are a pair of gnolls that do look different. This one is larger than the others, and it carries a wicked-looking glaive as well. It does appear to be shouting orders at the others that are with it. This one here, sorry, this swapped their positions where they were supposed to be. This one back here is carrying a longbow and seems to know how to use it. Bam.
Since they're so close to us, it seems like they don't know how to use it.
Right. They're gnolls. He knows how to use it as best as he knows how to use it. Okay.
So this is not Zanir Pack.
I don't know what that is, but probably not. All right, Dimitri. What do you do?
All right. He looks really mad at these people that have the audacity to come into this very peaceful place and bring violence to it. So he's going to give them the violence back. And as
Nice.
oh wait, I got to get my little friend out here. Ooh, there he goes. All right, so as a bonus action, he starts glowing ever so slightly, and he now has some temp hit points. And then wades in and is just going to punch this guy with. Oh, I guess I have to make a not the damage on this will have to change, but it's just a melee attack, force damage instead. 17 to hit as I punch him in the face with my gauntlet.
17 does hit that guy.
And it will do D8 damage, not a D6 damage. And anyone, it's thunder damage. Sorry, let me do this real quick. D8 plus 3.
He has disadvantage to attack anyone but you.
Yes, so 9 points of thunder, and I'll have to make a special thingy for this one. And if he attacks anyone other than me, then he will have disadvantage until the start of my next turn.
Okay. All
That
right.
is all of my stuff.
Okay, you are up.
Bonus action, form of dread. Yeah. Crappy 10 hit points.
Hey, that's how many I got.
And then I will be Eldritch blasting big ugly dude right here.
Nice. Ooh.
Nah.
Hell yeah.
Crit.
Oh, I don't. So there is a new rule, a rule that I am officially going to be putting into place, everybody. I doubt anyone's gonna have a problem with it, but if you do crit and if you roll any ones in that roll, you will be able to re-roll them.
Okay, so roll another d10 to replace that.
Anybody have an objection to that? Because we're gonna be putting it in unless people object. Keep going.
That's fine.
Can't get a 1 on a crit.
Okay, so
Can't
2.
get a 2 though.
So 5 plus 8 is 13 force damage to him.
Awesome. But is everybody okay with that as an official ruling? As official rule going forth across all
Yeah.
games?
Sounds good.
Yep, I think
Yeah.
I can even go into Beyond 20 and fiddle with my stuff and possibly make it happen automatically.
Awesome. Okay.
Um,
So 13
so-
points.
Yep, and he gets pushed 10 feet straight back away from me.
He lets
So I
you
guess that'd
loose
be
a
like
gibbering yip and throws
And
his
he
head
needs to
back
make
and
a-
laughs.
Wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty.
DC 13.
Wisdom save result is... Ooh, an 18.
Okay, he is not afraid of me.
He's under a tree, by the way. He's not in the tree. He's under it.
Yeah. Man, I will move. And if I can, like, take cover behind any of these trees, I will.
Yeah, we'll say you can get behind a trunk for half cover. Okay. Brings us to Lenol's. One of the Knolls. Okay. So, yeah. Red, this one is just gonna charge headlong at you with its spear out in front of it, yipping and gibbering all the while.
Get away. I'm just a person right now.
So, howling with laughter, it does jab its spear at you. That is an 18 to hit.
Ugh. Yeah.
And you haven't
Ooh.
been able to rage yet.
Ah, it's unfortunate. Okay. Red, it is unfortunately max damage for 10 piercing.
Ooh.
Ugh.
That does bring us to the Pack Lord, who, after being shoved back, kind of stalks out from underneath the tree there. And it is going to get to right here and kind of look around and survey the field. Actually, no, it doesn't need to get to right there. It can go to right here. And it is going to survey the field before doing a quick twirl with that blade, holding it up in the air and letting out a few yipping barks of command. And Dimitri, the gnoll in front of you, is going to take an attack against you with its reaction, as the Pack Lord uses Incite Rampage to Incite Rampage.
I love abilities like that.
Yeah. Dimitri, that is a 17 to hit.
That misses.
Fantastic. The Pack Lord then follows up with a pair of sweeping downward spins with its glaive. Dimitri, that is an 11 and a 10 to hit. All right, those both miss.
Those will both miss as well, as this new glowy field around the armor seems to be blocking stuff from hitting him.
Fantastic.
Which not really, but sounds good.
All right. Tinge, you're up.
As Tinge rolls out of the stream soaked, he
All
looks
the water
around.
pouring out of everything.
pulls his shield, long sword. His echo summons in front of him and sends him straight towards the bigger seeming guy.
All right. Ooh, 8 is not going to do it, unfortunately. It is going to effortlessly bat the longsword out of the way with its glaive.
I'm gonna stay put.
Right. 0, you are up.
All right. So he is going to attack the guy in the back. Let me see. With his longbow. Does a 9 hit?
It does not, but a nat one's an auto miss anyways, unfortunately.
What about a 13?
Which one are you shooting at? Scratch
one
that. 13
at-
does not hit any of them.
Okay.
Oh, 13 hits the archer.
Yeah, that's one I was going for.
13 hits, if you want to take that inspo. We do only have less than 20 minutes. Well, in theory,
Yeah.
more than that. We're doubtful to end exactly at the 3-hour mark today.
I will use my sessional,
Okay.
and I am going to make him a favored foe. And then I'm also going to have my Drake give me the 1d6.
Use that strike.
Right, okay, so 10 piercing off of that.
And the 1d6, just one sec.
Fantastic, so 13 points. He takes the arrow squarely to the upper portion of his chest and lets out a yelp as he spins.
Okay, and then my Drake is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right to there. And he'll do a bite on that guy.
He's just a little guy. 9
give
does
the
not hit him.
I give the Drake my inspiration.
All right, 17 hits. For 3 piercing.
Oh,
Right, oof. Okay, so that does bring us to the hunter in the back. Are you all set there, 0?
Yeah.
Fantastic. That does bring us to the archer, who was going to take a pot shot at Kay hiding behind the tree back there, but after taking an arrow to the chest and damn near dying, it will be focusing its shots onto 0 now. So, 0, 2 longbow shots coming your way. That is a 15 and a 21 to hit.
Yeah, they both hit.
All right. 0, that is a 9 and a 6. I'm sorry,
Okay.
9 and 6 damage. Words I'm trying to read and speak at the same time doesn't work very well. So 15 total points of damage. Furthermore, you can feel this strange, almost sickness coming over you, 0. Your speed is reduced by 10 feet until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Brings us to red.
Woo.
And
Okay.
she's like,
After being,
finally.
Right.
I was like so scared this whole time I was gonna lose like almost all of my hit points, and then raging would barely do anything. Anyway, while looking at this guy, who just took a third of her hit points in a single hit,
Right, that was bad.
she is just going to like growl in his face as her entire body gets covered with a thick layer of fur, and then she's going to swipe at him with her claws twice. Oof. Oh,
17 hits.
I reckless.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
I said that before. By default, unless I say I'm
Not a
non-recklessing,
problem. If
assume I am.
And I don't mind, because anytime that you want to retroactively do that, I just get advantage on attacks against you, so it's all good. I don't mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so 16 slashing.
16
yeah.
slashing. Good stuff. All right.
How's he looking?
Not great, but not dead.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Okay, good.
I mean, better than he's looking
Yeah.
perfectly healthy. You have done nothing to him.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys can handle the rest of them. You'll be fine. I'll move right here.
All
That's
right.
all.
More gnolls. This one is going to take a swipe at the shadowy form in front of it. Not only a 9 to hit.
Miss.
Fantastic. All right, Dimitri, that does bring us to the gnoll directly in front of you, who is going to try to, stab you. Which is,
Excellent.
yeah. That is
supposed to try to do.
That is a 21 to hit
That will hit.
for 3 piercing.
That takes off my 10 hit points.
How
Jerk
dare
face.
he? All right, that is both of those gnolls, which does bring us back to the top of the initiative. To Dimitri.
All right. My little homunculus is going to fly up here and give him what's what. I could have like a,
Ooh, 4 is
Bar.
not going to do it.
nope. And I'm going to punch him
Should
in the
there
face.
be any bonuses added to that attack?
Yeah?
I'm seeing plus zeros. Let me take a look at the sheet real quick.
Yeah.
And not like any bonus would have helped you here, but still.
Yeah,
Force
'cause
empowered, so uses your attack modifier. What is your spell attack modifier?
5.
Thank you. And it's to hit. Okay, it's 2 hit is good. It uses 1d4 plus your proficiency, so 1d4 plus 2. So the 2 hit wasn't on there, so it's plus 5 is good to go now.
Okay.
It's hit
But if
points.
you
It
had
should only
nine.
have 8 hit points. 1
Right.
plus intelligence bond. Okay, so we're good there. We're good there. Okay, we should be all set now. We
All right.
shouldn't have to adjust it again until your proficiency bonus goes up again.
And a 23 to punch this guy in the face.
That'll certainly hit.
For
All
8
right,
thunder damage.
fantastic. How do you take that guy out with that thunder
Um,
gauntlets?
So it smacked me with whatever it was using before, and it, thought it was getting a solid blow, but then all that happened was like the little glow around me faded ever so slightly, and though it can't see it behind the mask, I grin, give him like an uppercut. It gets that like chomp down, the broken teeth,
Ooh.
and then the like little thing pops up. It's like, did you see that?
Nice. Hear the teeth clack as you give it the uppercut. Gets off its feet for a brief few seconds before it crashes down to the ground again. Fantastic. That one is down.
And then he will over here to give someone some flanky.
Fantastic.
And that will be the end of his turn.
Okay. Okay, you're up.
Bonus action. Hex on the archer back here. And then Eldritch Blast him.
Okay. 15 hits.
15. So 4 plus 5 necrotic.
Fantastic.
So 9 total.
The blast catches him square in the chest, takes him off his feet. You hear the laughing suddenly cut short by a yelp, and then silence.
So he does not need to make a saving throw for fear. And I'm happy where I am. I am looking around to see, make sure, nothing's, approaching us from behind. Or
Oh, yeah. So, looking around, it is chaos. Every harpy in the place you can see is engaged in combat, save for a few that are gathering the younglings and trying to usher them towards the safety of some of the rear caves. But yeah, this is a full-scale assault. There are more gnolls, goblins, ogrekin than you can count engaged in combat with the harpies right now. All right.
Okay.
Red. It tries to stab you.
Whoa.
Whoa. It's an 11 to hit.
An 11?
11, yeah.
Even with advantage.
Oh wow.
Oh, with advantage is a 19. Thank you for reminding me. You...
Sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
No.
19.
Okay.
It's 5 piercing. You can have that down to 2.
Nice. We're good.
Does bring us back around to the Pack Lord. Who... Okay, I was gonna say he's slightly smarter than the others, but slightly smarter than the others does not make him very intelligent. He swings at the shadow. But first, okay, he swings at the shadow. That is a 19 to hit your reflection, Tinge.
That hits.
So the reflection vanishes. The gnoll leader looks confused. He kind of pulls his blade back and sniffs at it, and then growls and starts stalking forward towards the first target in his path. Red swings his glaive at you.
Does he provoke from Dimitri?
Dimitri,
Where's Dimitri?
directly behind him.
Oh, weird. Okay, that's odd. You're not showing up on my screen. No, Dimitri. Okay, he would have attacked you. I'm sorry. For whatever reason,
Okay.
your token disappeared off my screen.
He also has a great companion right beside him as well. So
Okay. Okay, so it would have swung at the Tinge shadow, and then at the smaller prey in front of him, because he's a bully. It's a 23 to hit the Drake.
Yeah, that hits.
Only 4 slashing though, very low damage roll.
Okay.
All right, and the other attack was used on the reflection. Echo. Thank you. I was like, I don't remember what they're called on that thing, and that is going to bring us back to Tinge.
Go out.
Echo out. And put it right in his face again. Confuse me even more. Nice. Like, what the fuck?
This time it's gonna be like above him.
Okay. Okay.
So 7-ish feet off the ground. So he's like, basically, I'm assuming gnolls are about 7-8 feet tall.
Yeah, they're big. They hunch, but they're tall when they stand up straight.
So now it's gonna appear just with the long sword in his hand, no
Okay.
shield.
Got it. Oh, unfortunate. Even with the flanking, that is still going to miss.
Echoes can't get flanking.
Oh, Echoes can't get flanking. Okay.
Nope.
Right. So I
And-
will use
But we
Unleash
get it, and
Incarnation.
They can't get it.
Can they
Yeah,
provide
there's
it?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
I will use Unleash Incarnation.
That'll do it. You said he put his shield away, right?
Did I hit the wrong button?
Yeah, go ahead and roll that
Whoops.
two-handed damage. We'll go with whichever's higher. Nine it is. 9. All right.
Action Surge.
Action surge. Sweet.
Woohoo!
All right, good stuff. Another 9. Good,
Nine.
good.
Unleash.
Yeah, he is hurting. That 9 is not so good.
I'm done.
All right.
Two.
Good round though.
Yeah, only 18 damage through. It's not. It's no small amount. 0, you're up.
At 3rd level, it's pretty darn good.
Right.
At 0, move to there. I think red has got him, so I'll just go for the big guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna make him favored foe and attack with longbow. And then
Good hit, good hit.
my Drake is gonna infuse it. So that is 13. So
Okay.
the 6 I added with the top number. So
All right, he is looking real rough, but he's still standing and still fighting.
No.
How
um,
often,
just a
can
sec.
Drake infuse a blow? Can it do it every round?
once around, yeah, it's just a
Nope.
reaction.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna use my piercing feat to re-roll that D8. So
Okay.
now it's 7,
So
11,
Add 6.
19.
Yeah, 19 total.
Down he goes.
Woohoo!
And then that'll be it for 0. And then the Drake is just gonna run over here and take a bite at this guy.
All right.
For 8.
All right. 8 does not hit.
Okay. So that's it.
Okay. The hunter is down. Red, you're up.
Whoa. Okay. So she will make one. Actually, she'll make one claw attack against this guy and see what happens. 19 to hit
13,
For
19.
9
19 hits.
for 9 slashing.
Down he goes.
Nice. Then she'll hop over his body and go right up to this guy who seems very healthy and is going to attempt to slash out his throat for 14 to hit.
14. 14 does not hit that one.
No.
Right? No, it does not.
Okay. This thing's about to get obliterated, so she's not gonna attack you.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, how steep is this?
You know, generally, if I don't say ahead of time, you can assume that each square is just a 5-foot decline, so 15 feet down at a pretty sharp decline.
Okay. So I can't stand here. Or
You stand there.
Is I kind of like on the? Okay, I'll stand here.
You do run the risk of getting
That's all.
shoved off, though.
That'd be funny.
It tries to shove you off. Contested athletics check.
Oh, is it his turn immediately? Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm a raging barbarian. so-
Oh, good God, yeah, okay.
Oh.
Oh.
That's a 10.
Oh, God, okay. Yeah, give me just a second.
What do you get?
I'm
That's
checking.
Funny.
The 10, though, okay.
I'm a
he
raging
did spend his
barbarian.
entire action doing that, though.
Yes,
so
he
that's-
did.
I'm okay with that.
He does get a 21 and sends you falling.
That's
So it's just
Whoa.
1d6 1d6 from the tumble. You can roll it.
okay.
All right. He
Two.
thinks it's the funniest thing he's ever fucking seen. He's got his spear over his head and he's just whooping and laughing.
So does she. She's also laughing.
He's gonna die laughing,
Right.
but-
I don't think there's another way for a knoll to go down. Dimitri, you're up.
Yeah, Dimitri is very mad at that. We'll tap him on the shoulder like he's just been ignored completely. I'm gonna pop him in
And
the
then-
face.
Punch him.
18 hits.
For
For
6 thunder
6.
damage. Man, I was hoping that was going to be a crit. That would have been so cool.
That would have been.
Whap! And then Drax is going to try and 13.
13 does
No.
not hit that one.
He can have my sessional.
Woohoo,
Alright,
24.
24 hits.
For booyah. 5 force damage.
Alright.
And he has disadvantage if he attacks anybody else. But
Yep.
Dimitri.
Too late now.
Nice. Too late now. Alright. Okay.
Jerk face.
So there's just the one standing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So bonus action, move the hex to him.
Okay.
And Eldritch Blast.
Ooh, nice.
Nope. 11. is
11
not nice.
does not, no, not so nice. I saw the damage and I was like, ooh, nice hit. Like, nope.
Yeah. 11
I
is
used
not
my
so
sessional
nice.
on a history check before.
I know. It's fine.
Oh, I haven't spent mine. The session's about to end. You can have mine.
Okay.
Sessional.
23 hits and 10 is enough. How do you take him down, Kay?
You just blast, and because repelling blasts, he just gets blown into the trees.
Nice. His body slams into the tree and gets caught in a couple branches on the way down and just hangs there.
Yep.
Yeah, Dimitri socked him in the jaw on one side, and then he gets, smashed from below, and since he's knocked unconscious, instead of actually getting blown back, he just sort of flips in a circle and then lands in a unceremonious crunch.
Nice.
And Kay is immediately looking for anything in 120-foot range, or that he can start blasting at.
Well, you will not have to look far,
Dimitri's looking
because
for the children.
as that last note falls, a beautiful cheer rises up from the harpies, but it is short-lived, as maybe 300-400 feet away from you all, one harpy, you see her raising her fists up, cheering in victory, and then you see her face go stark white as she drops to the ground and a massive knoll stands behind her. It surveys the scene from high above where it's at, emerging from the cave mouth that it came from, observes the scene for a moment, reaches behind it, and picks up an ogre's head and hurls it into the valley. It comes rolling to a stop a few dozen feet away from you all. You do recognize it. A brief moment later, the knoll turns and heads back into the cave system from which it exited from, when a flood of goblins comes pouring out behind him. You all take a deep breath to prepare yourself for the next onslaught, when the wave rushes forward and crashes into your line. And that is where we pick up next week, everyone.
Woo.